Jameson Williams, he's electric. His hands are great. The route running's there. But in order for Jamo to get paid, there's a few things he's got to do in 2025. Let's talk Lions. Woo! Welcome back to an all-new episode here. Let's talk Lions. My name is Jay. Jameson Williams has been such a oddly polarizing player since coming to Detroit. But I think he's polarizing. I don't want to say to specific people, but it just seems like some people have got it out for Jamo, right? I've had conversations where people it's the classic, well, if he could just get his act together, if he could just do that. Look, dude, I've gone on record saying it, and I'll say it again. I love Jamo. I love everything about him. I love the energy he brings and the fire. And I think that there's a certain level of talking heads, media, people like me, who just talk to talk, and they're trying to stir up stuff with Jamo. Like that whole trade rumor, none of it was real. None of it was real. And it was just stirring up the muck. But when I look at Jameson Williams, he has everything it really takes to be a wide receiver one. I see him as wide receiver two here in Detroit, but it's going to take a little bit more for him to prove that. Obviously, that fifth-year extension just getting upped. But really, you start looking at Jamo and how dynamic he is. My boy put up 1,001 yards last year. Quietly. Like, I'm talking a very quiet 1,000-yard season. It's like people don't really talk about it. And it's because, hey, he hits a 17-yard bomb here. He hits a 30-yard bomb here. And then, like, his average was 17.1 yards per reception last year, right? So there's this thing with Jamo where he quietly hit that 1,001 mark with like 58 receptions. Meanwhile, St. Brown's hitting over 120. Now, one odd thing about the Lions offense is there's only so much to go around, right? Like, there is only so much pie. And when you've got Jahmyr Gibbs carrying the ball, when you've got David Montgomery in the backfield as well, you've got St. Brown, Jamo, LaPorta at tight end. Like, the list goes on. Like, even Tim Patrick and some of the stuff that he was able to do with those old knees last year. I just am like, unless we forget Dan Skipper, the offense is so potent. The offense has so much happening. It's so stout. And Ben Johnson was so creative that you see some less touches here and there for the guys in order to get that W and to pass the ball around. And I mean, Sam LaPorta took a huge step back. Now, was that step back because LaPorta was slumping, or was it just the amount of reps he was getting hit with in the reception? So, again, when I look at Jamo, my thoughts are as simple as this. My boy put up some fat yardage with little receptions. He had that PED or whatever it was. He got slipped. That banged him for a couple games. He hasn't had a full season. Jamo has not had one full season yet. So what happens when he plays all 17 games? Jamo wants to get paid, and I think he can do... I think he can get to the point where he deserves it, but he doesn't deserve it yet. And I love him. And I want him to get paid, and I want him to be a Lion long term. So what does he need to do to earn that? One, you can't miss any games for any other reason than you're hurt. Like, if you are ineligible, it better be because it's the hamstring or an ankle or a shoulder, or it's some sort of physical ailment. It cannot be gambling, which I don't put on Jamo. I think that was a dumb NFL rule that they just screwed up, and then they took it down from, 6 games to 4? And you're like, all because he crossed the border of a hotel? I don't know. Dumb. But you can't be getting knocked out for a gambling suspension. You can't be getting knocked out for PEDs or whatever you took. I mean, the first year he didn't have a full season because of the ACL. So that is excusable completely. That doesn't bother me. It's the other stuff. So number one, you can't miss a game for anything other than a physical ailment. And number two, I really think it's proving And John Morton made it very clear, our new Lions offensive coordinator made it very clear, Jamo's going to have in his words, breakout season. But really what I'm hearing is, Ben Johnson liked to pass the ball around, make sure everybody got their touches, got creative, did our thing, kind of make sure everybody's happy. But what I'm hearing John Morton say is, I'm watching Jamo. I see Jamo. I told him what he's got to do to be able to be here, to be that guy, and he's doing it all. He's going to be electric. And I see it coming. I want 120 receptions, period. I want 120 receptions. I mean, St. Brown's hitting 120, and I know he's wide receiver 1, and I know he's St. Brown, and he's extremely dependable on third down. But, the way we used Jamo was, hey, let's run that, let's run a bomb, or let's do that shifty play, right, where we sneak it back, and he runs it up the side. They've all been either bombs or, these little tricksy plays. But it's time to unleash Jamo in the everyday play, hitting those slants, right? Yeah, hit the flyaways, but they don't always have to be a 32-yard bomb. He's good enough at this point, making people miss. And I mean, obviously, he's fast as hell and can outrun anybody. But I'm it's time to utilize him in ways that Ben Johnson really didn't. It felt like he was mostly a decoy until he wasn't, until it was that 30-yard bomb down the field. So I want to see Jamo with over 100 receptions. I want 120 plus. I want 10 plus touchdowns. I love the average he was putting up at 17.2, but that's because of the bombs. I don't know if we're going to see that necessarily this year. And I want all 17 games played. Obviously, if you're hurt, that's different, totally different story. You get what I'm saying. But I guess the overall is that feeling of you can't miss anything for any other reason. And it sounds like John Morton is going to open up Jamo's capabilities. And Jamo has grown a ton as a player. I'm not even talking about off the field crap, talking about as a player. He is a different player. His route running has opened up, and his mind, you could tell he just sees the game differently. Him and Goff are finally on the same page. That was a huge issue in the first year, which makes sense. He didn't come around until week 12, week 13. So there's that aspect where him and Goff, they now have that rapport. So I'm not worried about that. So again, I'm looking 10 plus touchdowns, 1,200 plus yards, and really 120 receptions. Doesn't feel like a lot to ask for a wide receiver 2 who's freaking good. Now, it's really that 1,200 yards. I think we should be hitting more, but there's a lot of pie. A lot of people eating the pie, and it's not big enough of a pie. And you might be like, what kind of pie are we talking about? We're talking about pumpkin, peach cobbler? I'm like, neither. Pizza pie, a margarita slice. I'm not crazy. Come on, son. So again, Jamo, I think this is a huge year for him. I want to see him get that contract extension. I think most Lions fans do. Again, there's some Lions fans out there that are like, he's a menace. And it's like, okay. So was Spider-Man. But he was doing good things for the city. He was fast, webby. You see where I'm saying. You see what I'm saying. What do we got here? Founders Mortal Bloom. This is the Imperial Thorn. I found this at Kroger the other day because they had the regular. I'll say this. The regular Founders Mortal Bloom. Ooh, Mortal Bloom. My bad. The regular Founders Mortal Bloom is a letdown. The can was... I saw the can and I was like, man, I'll judge a book by a cover. Not great. But this one is an Imperial IPA, and it comes in at 8.5%, 8%. And that's what you need. It's got the citrus, it's hoppy. It's great on a nice hot day. But if it's too hot, if you're hitting 80 degrees, I don't recommend it because, man, there's a lot of alcohol and it's going to hit you hard. So if you're mowing the lawn, be smart. Have half. Mow the lawn, come back, drink the other half in the shower beer. But it's not like a sad shower beer. Boy, this took a weird turn. Hey, thanks for hanging out on an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. Look forward to creating more content. And that is it. That is it for today. Jamo, let's get that contract extension. Come on, man. I believe in you. You're my boy. That's all I got to say about that.